Namaste yogis, welcome to this Abhyasa practice of just 21 minutes. If I have to teach for an hour or more, it's easy because you have a lot of time. But if you have only 21 minutes, and the reason I'm doing this is a lot of you have told me that daily you're not able to make that 1 hour time. So this is my offering. I've used my 20 years experience to decide what exactly goes into this 21 minutes. No waste of time, nothing extra, but not missing anything either. In a classical Raja Yoga experience, you need to have the Hatha Yoga elements of Shat Kriyas. So what are the cleansing techniques? Why Kapalbhati? Why Noli Kriya has to be done? Asanas, what are the different elements of the asanas? What to do for earth element, water, fire, air, space. So one asana for each. Pranayama, there are 3 kinds of pranayama, so all 3 have to be there. Energizing, balancing, tranquilizing. Mudra Bandhas, the 4th element of Hatha Yoga. What are the mudras you got to do for meditation? What are the bandhas you have to do, Mahabandh and so on. Now these 4 then leads to the 5th pillar, dhyan or meditation. Now, you cannot just sit for 21 minutes in meditation like that. A lot of the time will get wasted. Rather, the way you put in these practices will ensure that the last 5 minutes when you're sitting in dhyan is proper meditative experience. If you get just even a few seconds or minutes of pure meditation, that's a lot better than just sitting for a very long time. So I've used a lot of skill, a lot of knowledge to get together this practice. I hope you enjoy it. You got to practice daily. It's not something you do 3 days a week or even 6 days a week. Every day. And the days that you have the time to do 1 hour, I've got an entire 1 hour practice that you can ask me for. I'll share that with you. But let's begin at least with these 21 minutes. There you go. So let's get started. Please sit still. Come on, sit. Wonderful. Sitting in this posture, let's begin. We begin with an Om chant. Focusing on your sankalp or resolve, stating it to yourself 3 times. Without this resolve, we are creatures of habit. So anything that you really want to do, state it to yourself 3 times with a deep emphasis. It can be in any aspect of your life. And I also want you to visualize this because the left hemisphere understands words, the right only understands images. So visualize and verbalize this resolve. Sankalp. We begin with Kapalbhati Kriya. So block 1 nostril, exhale out 10 times forcefully. So this is a cleanser. Other side. Through both the nostrils, Bhastrika Pranayam. This is the first pranayam where you're energizing. Active inhalation and active exhalation 100 times. Every time you exhale, the stomach goes in. Let's try that. If you have high BP, you could stop here. If not, continue the last 50. Now that you're energized, the next kind of pranayam is balancing between the left and the right hemisphere. We say ha, ta, hakaram right, takaram left, hatha yoga. This is the balance. So the right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra, block the right nostril, without any sound, inhale through the left. Visualize the air go down the spine. Close the nostrils so the stomach, chest are expanded. You're holding the breath for double the time you took to inhale. Now, exhale through the right and visualize the air come out of the spine. The stomach's in and all the breath's gone out. Close with all the breath out. Again, inhale, visualize the air go down the spine. Internally you can chant so. Close. For double the inhalation time, the eyes are fixed at the eyebrow center, Shambhavi Mudra. Now when you exhale through the left, first pull up the pelvic floor, visualize the air go out of the spine, out of the left, internally chanting hum. And now close the nostrils. So many schools will not teach this, but it's good to do the last closing as the classical way. In left, down the spine in your mind, so. Root the tailbone into the ground, close the nostrils, the stomach, chest are expanded, the eyes are focused on the eyebrow center, they are closed. Out through the right, pull in the pelvic floor, visualize the air go up through the spine and out. So that's a Kriya as well. Internally you've chanted hum, close. In right, so. Hold the breath in. Out left, hum. Close. The last round, left, so. Hold in. Right, hum. Close without any breath in. In right, so. Hold breath in. Out left, hum. Hold the breath out. That's Anulom, Vilom or Nadi Shodhana. The third kind of pranayam is to tranquilize. So we do Ujjayi pranayam, making a constriction of the epiglottis as if you were snoring. Try to inhale with the sound here, try to say the word sa. Hold. And as you exhale, again constricting here, the sound is from here. Exhale and try to say the word ha. The mouth is closed, breathing through the nose, but the sound's coming through the throat. Once more, inhale. Beautiful. That's the kind of pranayam, Ujjayi, we'll do throughout the next asana practice. before we begin the asanas, Mahabandha. This is a bandha. So one leg in the perineum. Now we're going to breathe in, blow out, and then contract the pelvic floor, pull in the stomach, and lock the chin on the chest. Pull up the pelvic floor, pull in the navel, lock the chin. There is no breathing happening. You're energizing the internal of the spine, we call Shushumna Nadi. Release all the three. 2 more times. Last time. Mahabandha is very good for the internal homeostasis, for your hormonal environment, and it also energizes the entire meditative experience. Coming up, we are going to do Agnisar Kriya. You're going to breathe in, it's a Shat Kriya. You're going to blow out, move your stomach in and out. Those who can, move it side to side in Noli Kriya. You're stoking the digestive fire. Without this, you'll never be healthy. Once more. You're going to continue solar vitalization with Surya Namaskar. So come to the front of your mat. We're going to do 5 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, internally chanting So. Exhale, internally chanting Hum. In, the right leg goes back. Hum, both the legs go back. Now you're going to drop your knees, chest and chin. Knees, chest and chin. And then inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 4 more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Now what you're going to do is you're going to just dip down like that and come straight up. Fantastic. So this movement is also called a vinyasa. You're flowing with a focus on the breath. It's not just random movements. Each of those postures helps to stimulate a different chakra, and the breath work keeps everything functioning fine. The last round. Ideally, you want to do about 11 rounds, but in the 21-minute time, we have time for just 5, which is fine. Beautiful. The first asana that we're going to take up is earth element. So we take a balance pose. So you can do this Vrikshasana. Now the main thing is that 1, what the body is doing, 2, the eye is fixed at a point, and 3, the pranayam is going on. So every time you exhale, you pull up the pelvic floor and the breath comes out. Now those who are very comfortable with that, instead of that, you can take up dancing Natraj. It's a 1-minute posture, and in your mind, So, Hum. Changing to the other side, either Vrikshasana on the other leg or dancing Natraj on the other leg. In your mind always So, Hum. We're going to do something to open the back and to stir up the fire element. So you can either do this, Setu Bandhasana, and those who are comfortable will move into Chakrasana. Now here you have to ensure that you're engaging your thighs and glutes. So this is stimulating the fire element, Agni. Coming back, press your knees to your chest, and we'll go into Naukasana. Now you're engaging your thighs, you're pushing the legs out like that. Now, what you can do is, if you have any pain in the back, you can bend the knees. But as you get stronger, keep the legs straight and go as low as you can without touching the shoulder blades on the floor. So the lower you go, the lower abs start to work. Now, as a yogi, you're doing this because the body may be shaking, and because of that, the sympathetic nervous system starts to function, right? Now, what you want is the body is going through stress, but because of your breathing, because of your meditative soham, the parasympathetic nervous system continues to function. You're still calm. So next time you're in an accident or you're stressed or something's happening to you, you will, because of this training, it's embodied wisdom. It's not that you have to be calm. Automatically, the system is calm because you've trained it in this posture. Beautiful. The next thing that you want is you want to do an inverted posture. So you can either do Shirshasana, headstand, or if you can't do that, then Sarvangasana. I'll show you both, and it's for a minute. So we're going up. If you're doing Shirshasana, to be very comfortable, engaging the inner thigh glute. And if you're not doing Shirshasana, if you're not comfortable with that, you can take up Sarvangasana. So this is for the space element, Akash Tattva. And coming back. If you have done Sarvangasana, then once you come back down, open the throat. And if you had done Shirshasana, you would have done this. That brings us to some work for the air element. And we'll take up a twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So bend the left knee, put the right up and over, twist. If you need any help with any of these asanas, just reach out to me. And you're doing 3 deep breaths there. Those are very comfortable. We'll take the hand around. Fantastic. And let's do the other side. This is very important because it puts a beneficial stress on the pancreas. With so much hidden sugar in the foods we eat, it's mandatory to do this every day. And the last thing we want to do, something for the water element in our system, to be able to flow in life. That's very important. So we'll take Paschimottanasana. Start to stretch forwards and take a few deep breaths. Yeah, the knees are slightly soft. There's no strain. Your head touching the knee is irrelevant. It's just about stretching the hamstrings, not even the back. Fantastic. Counter pose. Drop down for 1 deep breath. And just visualize yourself on your deathbed. the very last day, the last moment, what is it that will give you a review of your life? What will give you the deepest sense of joy, happiness, and satisfaction? As you continue to keep your eyes closed, just stretch your body. Turn to a side, coming up to sit. And you can sit for the last couple of minutes. Swastikasana, the toes and the crook of the knee, the tongue rolls up to touch the roof of the mouth, Kechri Mudra, the eyes are closed, above the eyebrow center, Shambhavi Mudra, the index finger and thumb touch, the palms on the knees, Jnana Mudra. And just continue to stay for 2 minutes, asking yourself and putting yourself in the place of your last moment on the deathbed. And you don't have to do anything, just be there. Let the internal wisdom dawn rather than you try to manipulate that experience. And bring your hands into a namaste. 3 times stating your sankalp or resolve to yourself. Visualizing it. Namaste, dear friends. That's a 21-minute Abhyasa. I'm very particular that the meditation time should just be clear space where you're just either visualizing the deathbed as we did this time or just listening to sounds. I don't like to do a guided meditation and sort of impinge on your silence. So that's why I kept it like that. I hope you enjoyed the whole experience. Please do it every day, every day. Over the course of time, you'll suddenly realize that, I want a little bit more, I want a little bit more. And then you go up to an hour. I don't teach more than an hour because most people, even advanced people, so-called advanced people who come to me, after about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, the focus is not there. They're just flogging the body. 1.5 hours, the mind's not there, just the body is doing stuff. So that's why 1 hour is good. 21 minutes is a great starting point. Do it every day, every day. We normally joke minimum 7 days a week. The reason is that it's not about flexibility or any such. The neural circuits are so deep. So who you are is just a collection of neural circuits. They're so deep that if you give a gap of a day, that's 48 hours when you practice the next time, those neural circuits are back to the way they are. At its core sense, meditation and yoga is this neuroplasticity. Who I am isn't as important as who I am becoming. Wish you all the best. Namaste.